Alright guys, so I'm going to share a short bonus video about how telepathy has changed my life. Because as I just finished the webinar on telepathy, I realized that I didn't really talk about how impactful it has been for me personally. Now, I'm someone who's an open skeptic. I don't believe things until I experience them firsthand. But when I tell you that as I start to use telepathy more and more, I realize that in some ways telepathy is really a gateway ability that leads to a bunch of other higher dimensional experiences. Through telepathy, I've learned more about astral projection. I've learned more about my own consciousness, my own mind and thoughts. Through telepathy, I have developed telekinesis. I have learned how to communicate with people with just my energy, with just my presence, right? Where I can show up, or I can feel, or I can think something, and know that other people will feel it. And I personally have been using that for the purest and the best things possible. And that's why I think it's important for you all to know that. Like, telepathy is not just, again, reading someone's mind. That's not how I've used it. It's not how I was introduced to it. The way that I've been introduced to telepathy has been through a multi-dimensional, multi-layered approach, meaning it has implications in each part of our journey. Because when you understand the fundamentals, the fundamental framework of what a telepathic mind is, it's basically someone who is able to read the field. Someone who's able to interpret the ether, right? And not only interpret it, but they can also then emanate and project into the ether. That's the framework. And when you understand that the ether, or the source, is the medium, it's like whenever you're in a pool of water and you make a wave like this, and then you can feel the wave with this hand, right? It's like here's the telepathic pulse or thought, then you can feel it over here. It's instant. And so for me, this has been a great way to not only help with my one-on-one clients, not only help with my own personal spiritual progression and spiritual life, or just life in general, but it's also a way that I've been able to give back to humanity, right? Like, telepathy has taught me so much about spirituality, about consciousness, about the fine nature of communication. Like, it's taught me how to connect with animals, right? Like with deer especially. There's been so many things, so many times when I've been out, in the woods, and I see a deer or a squirrel or whatever, and it's like there's no words. It's all energetic communication. It's all presence, and I'm reading them just as much as they're reading me, and we're merging and we're connecting, and there's information being shared and translated through this etheric telepathic network. That is such a beautiful thing, because telepathy can, or has for me, helped me develop, but it's also helped me connect. You see? Like, I feel more connected to the greater whole from practicing and coming into my telepathic mind, versus me trying to be like, hey tree, hey squirrel, hey deer. Like, sometimes words create a disconnect. And what I find telepathy has done is created a connecting point so that I can be centered in my heart, but also share that frequency with others who are feeling the same. Everything just wants to be understood for what it is, right? And I see telepathy as a great tool to help us understand things for what they are and develop, So I teach my kids telepathy. We do all different kinds of games. I like to have dice, and I roll the dice and have them close their eyes and say, what number did I roll? There is another thing that I do with my kids where, I'll think of a color, I'll project to them a color and see if they get the color. obviously you can hold something in your hand. Which hand is it in? This is all telepathy. This is all telepathy. And I just feel like I really wanted to share this with you, and maybe I'll add it into the video. But it just felt really important to share the impact that telepathy has made in my life personally. And this is what I want you guys to experience. This is why I put it into the academy. It's why I go into the detail I do about it, because it's like I can't get it all done in like a 45-minute video. It has to be given its own specific timeline and framework to roll out. So I want you guys to feel my heart. I want you guys to feel the depth and the impact that telepathy has made in my life, and then trusting that those of you who are ready, you allow it to do the same for you. And if you need assistance with that, I'm here. All right. Peace.